in the memories of East Lake and among the numerous honors she has received. Being named the largest urban lake in Asia is by far the most unforgettable of all. With light and cloud shadows spreading over an area of 3,300 hectares, East Lake elegantly winds along the verdant Moshan and Luojiao hills, embracing graceful gulls and sails, merging with the sky at the horizon. The lake makes this super metropolis of over 10 million people seem quiet and placid, while contributing its majestic beauty to the building of an eco-friendly Wuhan. Shortly after the founding of the PRC, the construction of East Lake Scenic Area began with the Hai Guang Agricultural Nursery, spanning an area of approximately 33.3 hectares. Donated by the patriotic democratic personage Zhou Zhangbai. After nearly 7 decades of development, and in particular some 40 years of reform and opening up, its development has gradually accelerated. The modern concept of making the city green and bringing the lake back to the people prompted the initial construction of the East Lake Greenway. Along its broad path, the more than 100-kilometer-long greenway embraces the 4 major attractions of East Lake: Tingtao, Moshan, Luoyan Island, and Ma'anshan Forest Park. Although embraced by the same arm, these 4 attractions vary greatly from one another. The Tingtao Scenic Area unfolds from over 2,000 years ago. The life stories of the patriotic poet Chu Yuan. The traces of his pursuit of lofty ideals along the lake demonstrate a nation's original and sincere aspiration of pursuing the truth. The Chu-style antique buildings along the slopes of Moshan Hill open the historic town and palace before us, and highlight an ancient Oriental civilization on a par with ancient Greece. The enchanting Ma'anshan Forest Park entertains Wuhan citizens as it orchestrates a symphony of nature during each of the 4 seasons. Wuhan is a national-level forest city that attracts countless visitors appreciating the sounds of nature. Luoyan Island exhibits the traditional Chinese philosophy of harmony between man and nature, showing a gracious and amiable city. The woods of the fruit trees constitute a warm post house for various bird species. Surrounding the rippling East Lake, all the attractions find themselves shimmering in the kindest water. Thus, while walking all along the East Lake Greenway, one can see changing scenes of rolling hills, lush forests, shimmering pools, rich farmland, sanctuary islands, protective dikes, and quiet bays. In addition to its numerous awards. East Lake Greenway won the Planning Excellence Award, the highest award in the international planning field for 2018. There is also another unknown and never marked attraction on city tourist maps. But thanks to it, these attractions along East Lake clearly show their inverted images in the water for all to see. Look, here comes the monitoring vessel for water quality from the Institute of Hydrobiology of the CAS. With their efforts over the last few decades, East Lake has earned a reputation as the green heart of Wuhan. It reflects a kind of faith. Green mountains and clear water are more valuable than mountains of gold and silver. Located in the city, East Lake has integrated itself into the local culture, getting closer to the citizens of Wuhan and being a part of their daily lives. Wuhan, also known as a city of bridges, boasts 20-odd bridges in various shapes and sizes, linking its 2 rivers and 3 towns, while greatly beautifying the city and facilitating travel for its people. Many transportation methods are available for reaching East Lake. A huge underground network of metro lines can quickly take you directly to Li Yuan Park of East Lake, regardless of where you are in the city. Self-driving tourists are encouraged to begin from Zhongshan Avenue in downtown Hankou and pass through the first tunnel of the Yangtze River, where they can enjoy the fresh lake breeze as they exit. As for the people of Wuhan, East Lake is not only a resort, but a topic of global importance, enough to make them proud. The annual Wuhan Marathon, which attracts runners from around the world, has its terminal point at East Lake. The runners are here not only for the competition, but also to join the get-together at East Lake. The colorful sailboats in preparation for the 2019 Military World Games will cut through the waves of the competition area and weave a belt of friendship with friends from around the world. While listening to the stories of East Lake, one will always hear a common name, Mao Zedong. The founding leader paid 48 visits to Wuhan, where he stayed most often apart from the capital, Beijing. In a city with great rivers and lakes, Mao Zedong often swam in the Yangtze River. Mao lodged at the East Lake Guest House. With the glistening light of waves flickering on the ceiling of his room and illuminating the documents and books covering a table and half of his bed. The time spent there was most comforting for Mao Zedong. As for the poet Mao Zedong, he appreciated the landscape of the ancient Chu state alongside the Yangtze River and East Lake. In the picturesque city of Wuhan, the high-tech optics valley rivals Silicon Valley on the other side of the Pacific Ocean. The optical fiber produced here, even thinner than human hair, enables 7 billion people to communicate at the same time. Beauty-loving college students come here one after another, making Wuhan home to the largest number of college students in the world. over 20 institutions of higher learning, such as the renowned Wuhan University and Huazhong University of Science and Technology, are located beside East Lake. They are immersed in the beautiful and poetic atmosphere of the lake. Amid the rain of cherry blossoms on Luojia Hill in spring, the students are deeply attached to this season. Sailing from the foot of Luojia Hill to the redwood forest on the opposite bank, the young people find themselves in a dream world amid the towering trees. As oars break the stillness, during the morning or evening glow, rainbows, rain, frost or snow covers the water again and again, being a witness to the regretless youth. In its festive attire, East Lake welcomed President Xi Jinping and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Their talks attracted the attention of various nations and hailed by foreign media as an event where the ice on the Himalayas between Beijing and New Delhi has finally melted, with the limpid East Lake being the symbol of peace after the ice melts. The heads of the two ancient Oriental countries walked leisurely by the lake and enjoyed tea. Afterwards, they boarded the Donghu to have a boat ride on the lake. Traveling against the wind on the beautiful East Lake, Modi seemed to think of the Ganges, also a picturesque river, in his home country. In 2018, Wuhan has served as a host city for many Chinese diplomatic activities, so its East Lake will surely welcome more friends from around the world. And this great beauty will amaze the world over and over again.